Hello and welcome back to my channel, my lovely and beautiful audience. Another thing I realized about Pride and Prejudice is that Jane Austen knows how well people gossip about other people. When she mentions to Mr. Darcy after they leave, she's being rude to Elizabeth Bennet about how she doesn't look like herself because she's so brown and tan, and then her teeth are tolerable, I suppose, and her complexion has no brilliancy, and her dress and her clothes, like she's even talking about her before they've even left to Georgiana Darcy, but Georgiana is refusing to join in the conversation because it says that her brother's opinion is what matters the most and he did not err. So it doesn't matter what Mrs. Bingley's opinion is. She's gossiping about Elizabeth, but she doesn't realize that it doesn't matter what she thinks. It matters what Mr. Darcy thinks of her. And Georgiana likes her. So she's trying to get rid of Elizabeth because she wants to be with Mr. Darcy. So she's jealous. So there is a little bit of a love triangle there, but Mr. Darcy doesn't like Caroline Bingley. He puts up with her, he tolerates her, but he hardly ever speaks to her. She's kind of just there, so she must be like a representation of, although she has a bunch of money, she is still single. And maybe in a roundabout way, for Jane Austen, that was a fear for her, that no matter how much time had passed, she still remained single. She never got married. She got engaged once. But it makes me wonder, was Jane Austen really that way? Would she talk about people behind their backs to be clever? Or was she rude like that? Or knew somebody that was like that? So it makes you kind of wonder, because when you're writing something, you have to take what you know. So it's very interesting because she was kind of around those certain social circles because of who her cousin was and everything, and how she had money. And she had a friend who was a lady, I think, but I can't remember her name. She was a neighbor. But Jane Austen herself was a vicar's daughter, so I think they had a neighbor that they would go and visit that was part of the British aristocracy, like she was a lady or something. But anyways, it just makes you wonder what it was like for Jane Austen. Like, did she get bored being in the country all the time? Or, because I think Elizabeth and even Jane are like, either a representation of herself or a representation of her sister Cassandra, maybe. You know, you don't actually know, but if you sit there and think about it, it's very, very true that people talk about each other. You know, it's just a normal, natural fact, because Elizabeth Bennet irritates Caroline Bingley, and Elizabeth doesn't like Miss Bingley either. She calls her an insolent girl. So I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. That's all I have for now. Bye.